Hey everybody. So today we're going to be making sort of a zip pouch wallet with a bunch of card holders. The only thing extra you're going to need, we're going to be using a size 4 Riri zipper tape, but you can use any zipper tape. And I like to use basting tape to install zippers. You can do it with glue, but basting tape is a little bit easier. So let's get into it. So I've got a chunk of 3-ounce Herman Oak veg tan here. I'm just going to do the whole thing out of this. Now you could do the body out of 4-5 and the pockets out of 2 if you wanted to. I am just going to make sure to skive the pockets, because when we're doing like a vertical card bank, it's really easy to build up bulk. So we want to make sure that we're removing some of that bulk so that we don't have a super thick pocket stack. But as it stands, I think we'll be great. And I'm just going to go through and do the usual. Trace these pieces out and cut them out. And the pattern is available at the link in the description if you want to make along. So I need three of these card pockets. So all I'm going to do is, instead of just like putting it down, tracing, etc., which you could do, I'm just going to get myself a straight edge, and I'm going to use my awl and just make one straight edge on my leather. Then it's just going to make it way easier for me to cut these out. I'm going to butt up the bottom of the pattern with that straight edge and trace out my pattern. And what this is going to do is, when I go to cut everything out, it's just going to be more efficient. I'll be able to cut out a ton of the pieces. I'll be able to do a bunch of cuts for all of the pockets once instead of 4 individual times. So I'll line up the tops and I'll just do basically one long squiggly line cut. And then all I'll have to do is cut out boom, boom, boom individually on each pocket. So when we have a wallet like this, we're going to have pockets over top like this. I like to remove bulk if I'm going to skive on the sections that are going to kind of be in the center. Not the whole way around, but that way when you try to bevel an edge, you're not digging into really thin leather. So I've marked out a little guideline here, and I'm going to skive down the body. So the skives will be stuck together. I'm just not going to skive in the middle here where it folds, because I don't like that to be too thin. And you'll find with when you're using just straight up veg tan, each hide is a little different. If it's a little drier, it can be pretty difficult to get through. So just kind of go shallow and slow. For our pockets, I'm just going to go, that's the front of the pocket. We're not going to do the tabs here. We want that to be full thickness. I'm going to skive the edges and remove a bunch of bulk, basically below the pocket line. And you can see that this hide just happens to be pretty dense. So what I like to do when I have a really dense hide like this is, we've done a video on how I like to skive. I'll just do my overlaps instead of going so I've skived right there. Normally I would go a full half blade and I would push, but if I do that, you can see it doesn't go all the way through really. So I'll do like a quarter blade, and it takes a little more time, but it gets the job done. There we go. So once we've burnished the pocket tops, and the usual. Oh, I have to install the button first. So we'll install the button. Just going to take our punch that out, and we'll go to the press and install the snap. So now we can start gluing everything in, and I'm going to glue the pockets in before I put the zipper in. That's what the basting tape is for. It makes it a lot easier. So first thing I'm going to do is install, it's kind of like a bill receipt slot. I'm just going to mark light markings where it's going to land on the side so that I don't glue past that. And then we'll glue around here and around there. Stick that on. So next we're going to install the card slots, and what I like to do is I like to line it up right after the curve of where the zipper is going to be. And I just stick that one right there, like that. And then for all three of these, we're just going to stick these down, sew across the bottom, put the next one in. So once we have the 3T pockets in, we need to do the bottom pocket, which is a little unique on this because we want, we have the trim allowance in the pattern, but what I'm doing is I cut off the inside trim allowance because in the zipper slot, it wouldn't be a problem to trim it off because we're going to trim this off. But once we get here, we don't want that trim allowance to overhang because we won't really have a way to cut it off. So what I've done is, it looks a little weird, but I have the trim allowance on the bottom and the outside seam, but on the inside seam, I've gone ahead and cut off that trim allowance, and then I've burnished the little part here that's going to be here. The other thing that I've done is I've used my ruler to very carefully follow the line of our zipper pocket, and I'm going to scribe just a tiny little line so that I know that I want to glue inside of this, but then I'm going to overhang this just a little tiny bit so that you don't see this line. So we're going to, oh, and I also just use a pencil, and I do this on all my stuff with trim allowances, so I know that I'll glue all the way to the edge, but I want to make sure that I have glue inside of that because that's really what's going to be sticking to the piece. Most of this is going to get trimmed off. So we're going to go in now, and instead of having this overhang, because we trimmed this seam allowance off, we want this to line up fairly evenly on this side. There can be overhang everywhere else, that's totally fine. There we go. Before we install the zipper, what we want to do is we want to finish the inside of the zipper slot here. So I like to fold it in half instead of like holding it like this and trying to get sandpaper in there. If you hold it in half, you have a fairly easy edge to work with. I'm just going to use some, this is 220 grit sandpaper. So once we have all this done, we can install the zipper. So I'm using size 4 Riri zipper tape, but any size, any zipper will do just fine. I'm going to cut it to length, give myself a little extra. And if you've never installed a zipper like this, it's pretty easy. I'll try to remember to either link above or in the description. We have a whole video on installing zippers. The only real complicated thing here is that you just have 2 layers of leather, but besides that, it's a fairly normal installation. So we're going to pull this apart and install our zipper pull. Make sure I got it the right way. Yep. There we go. And so what I like to do is I like to just put this over top and make sure I got the right thing. Everything works well. And it does. And I'm going to install my zipper facing this way because we're going to have a strap going down here to secure the cards. You can install a zipper any way you want. So the next step, this is where our basing tape comes in. So I don't generally glue my zippers in. It's kind of messy. You can, but it's just kind of messy. So this is just a double stick fabric tape, and it won't be permanent, but it'll do its job for us and hold the zipper nice and secure. And the thing I like about this is that because it's not permanent like, a fully dried contact adhesive, if you need to lift the zipper up and reposition it a little bit, you don't get it the first try, it's really easy to do that. So we just peel up the second side here, on both sides of the tape. And we got our zipper down here. And I'm just going to position this how I want it. And then I just usually do like a quick stick on this side, and then I flip it over to make sure it's laying nice and flat, which it usually is. It's a fairly easy way to do a zipper install. Now what's left is we're just going to punch around and sew it. And then what I'm going to do is, once I have this all sewn in, if I have to do any trimming, just be careful. I'm going to trim that across, and then because this is like a polyester, it melts, and I don't want this to be fraying, even though it's going to be inside on a bend. So all you can do is just do a quick melt. If you're using cotton tape, this won't work, but polyester, it works just fine. And then we'll do that. Well, this side's pretty good to go. I just like to make sure that it's not going to be sticking out the sides. So I want to make sure, like, because we're not using stoppers, like the brass stoppers that you can crimp on, we're just doing it with the stitching. You want to make sure that you leave a couple extra teeth. That's all in the zipper video that we did. Just personal preference on how to do it. This guy only needs one tooth removed. And then we'll just melt these in so they don't fray. And now it's time to glue up our whole piece. So while we're waiting for that to dry, we're going to cut out our little strap, and this will lock all of our cards in since they're going to be in the exterior of the wallet. Now I'm going to use, the rest of this is about 3 ounces, I'm going to use about a 4 or 5 ounce wallet leather for the strap. And that's just because I'm not going to do any stitching or anything, so I want it to be just a little bit thicker. It'll have a nicer feel, it won't be as floppy, etc. So we're just going to trace this out and get it cut and burnished up. And I'll probably skive the top a little bit too to remove a little bulk from the attachment point to the wallet. So I've got my edges sanded down nice. What I'm going to do is to install the strap, I'm just going to snap that in. I'm going to kind of put it where I want it, and then just make a little mark so I know I can glue right there. There we go. So now we're going to glue a little bit here, a little bit there, get that stuck together. Then all we have to do is sew around the outside and we're good to go. To permanently install this, I like to snap the snap on and then bring this up and stick it right there. So that way we know everything's laying the way we want it to. Just a little tap here. And now we're good to, where is it? Oh, here we go. Now we're good to lay our stitch line around the whole outside, and I've already sanded my edges, so make sure you sand before you do this. Level everything out. And then we'll punch and sew this. And I'm gonna punch this from this side because we have a lot more overlapping seams here than on this side where we don't really have any. So I like to punch from the side that has the most stuff going on so I can lay my stitches out so I'm not splitting seams or anything like that. And here we go, here's the finished product. So I really like this design. You have this unflaps and you got your cards. 4 slots, you can keep a bunch in there. But then the neat thing is on the back you have, this can be receipts, but it's sized to fit bills. So you get this nice long slot, and then on the inside you can also fit bills, but you can put, I bet some phones would fit in here, change, whatever you want. So it's nice and simple. It almost looks like something that would go into another wallet, but some people just need something slim like this. And so that's going to be it. Remember, we have the pattern is going to be on, oh, this is very dirty. Pattern's going to be in the description for a couple bucks if you want to make along, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.